Good morning, happy day off. It's Thursday. Guess what I'm eating for breakfast? Bacon and eggs. I have on my plate 4 slices of Costco bacon, 3 scrambled eggs with a tablespoon of butter. However, I snuck 2 slices of bacon before I made my plate. So I am going to hopefully have 6 slices of bacon for breakfast, 3 eggs, and butter. It is my day off, so I'm going to be cleaning and stuff around the house. I'm going to insert my very sad picture of my first pan of bacon that I tried to make this morning that I burnt because I was not paying attention. So anyway, happy breakfast. See you later. Okay, briefly. This is Simcoe. People don't see him often. He's my old guy who most of the time is kind of separated by himself because he and the younger one don't really get along all that well. And he's old and grumpy and ornery. Anyway, it is my day off. I'm in cleaning mode, which explains my appearance, and I am getting ready to dust and vacuum my room and strip off all my bed linens. But I just realized here we are, day 4, and it's afternoon, I guess early afternoon, and I just realized that I have not gone number 2. I should have TMI alerted this, but I believe I went the morning of day 1. But then I didn't realize it actually until I was watching Carnivore Quest's 7-day update on their fast. And there was a moment where Larry was talking about it, and I was like, wait a minute. Oh, damn. Like, it's day 4, and I haven't gone since day 1. And so I started kind of like really trying to retrace my steps on it and think about it, and I haven't since day 1. And today is my first number 2 since this bacon and eggs thing. Just to speculate on that, I have not felt any discomfort, so I don't think that there's been any issue. I think I just, my assumption is that of what I'm consuming, my body is using it, so I just don't have waste. That's my guess, but I haven't had any discomfort, and finally going today was normal. And so I know that this is not necessarily something that everybody wants to know about. It's not glamorous, but just as something to consider when you're having nutrient-dense foods and not just consuming anything unnecessary, then your body isn't going to have a lot of waste. So anyway, and just to explain as well, I'm an everydayer. Even, you know, when I was, even in the stretch where I did carnivore previously, and, you know, throughout my history of being keto and ketovore, I'm very regular every day. So anyway, I just figured I would update you on that, even if you hate it, just because it's part of this experience. So here we are, day 4, my first number 2, I guess, since this started. So you're welcome. Told you I was going to overshare. Here it is. All right, well, stay tuned for my second meal of the day, whatever that might count. Okay, so here's what we're doing for dinner. I have, I think, 8 slices of bacon. And I have some egg salad that I made earlier today. So bear with me. This is, I did it in the food processor to try and mix it better, but it is hard-boiled eggs with a little bit of a very, you know, halfway attempt at some bacon mayo from a recipe that I saw online. So it basically was like a combination of bacon grease and an egg yolk to make like a bacon mayo. And then I have some bacon pieces in here too. So basically what I'm going to be doing is kind of this sort of number. I'm trying to do this one-handed, so bear with me. But basically using it like a vessel for, and yeah, I have a boo-boo. This is working retail life. I get boo-boos. But basically, you know, like a little bacon chip with some egg salad on it. So it's 3 eggs with 2 tablespoons of bacon mayo, 8 slices of bacon that I'm probably not going to be able to finish because frankly, I'm looking at this plate and thinking that's not going to happen. Yeah, this is meal 2 and it's not quite 6 o'clock and I think I'm going to be able to knock a little of it back. And here I am. Yeah, I'm not sure about the bacon mayo. I think I need to look up the recipe from 2 Crazy Ketos and see how that one turns out. This one was just from someone's vlog. And it's not terrible. I kind of miss my egg salad that is made with mayo. I really like mayo in it. But it is like very fluffy and creamy and spreadable. So I will say, like, in that regard, the texture is nice. You can see it's like kind of fluffy. So I'm gonna have this with my bacon and log that all up tonight. I will say, going into meal 2, I am hungry for meal 2, but I am not as hungry as I normally am this time of day. This time of day is normally when I'm like getting home from work and I'm typically kind of snacky. And normally I would have like a cheese stick or meat and cheese stick or something like that. Or like a couple butter bites or something to hold me over until dinner time. And I definitely haven't needed that. Kitty cat's yelling at me. But I think I'm hungry, but I'm not starving. And I haven't had any interest all day, even though I'm off, which usually my day off from work is my toughest day to have some discipline. Hey, kitty. I haven't had the slightest inkling of interest or desire in food other than like the function of food, like, oh, okay, it's time to eat some food and it's bacon and eggs. But I haven't been craving anything, which has been pleasant. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, my biggest weakness is fresh fruit, because I run a produce department and I live in an area with a lot of locally grown fresh fruit, especially in the summertime. It's like real hard, but I spend my days cutting up fresh fruit for people. So I make like mixed fruit bowls and cantaloupe chunks and watermelon chunks and pineapple chunks. And it's really hard. That is, honestly, I miss that more than I do all of the ultra processed junk. I really miss being able to eat tons of fruit. And that is my temptation most days, is having all of the melons and the tropical fruit and that sort of thing. I have previously tested a lot of that as far as my blood sugar goes, and there are some things that I can have in moderation during the summertime that I do allow myself, and then a lot that I cannot have, because some of it, what's depressing is like the stuff is pushed by the American Diabetes Association for diabetics. Like, eat all this fresh fruit, never mind the fact that it spikes your blood sugar 80 to 100 points. It's crazy to me, but I do miss fruit, and that's typically my biggest temptation. Is I'll be cutting fruit during the day at work and I'm tempted by all of this really delicious and fragrant fresh fruit. But then when I'm off, I'm home and I have kids that don't eat keto, and there's always stuff in my house that is not keto, and it's harder for me not only to resist those things, but also to not snack and not overeat on my days off. And today, this is my second time eating anything. I had bacon and some scrambled eggs this morning for breakfast. And that was probably, I guess, about 8 or 9 hours ago. And this is the first time I've been hungry. And so clearly, I mean, it's working as far as my hunger and my satiety and just feeling overall satisfied and in control and disciplined and not having all of this really intense cravings. So that's good. I'm only on day 4. So anyway, I have my 8 slices of bacon and my 3 eggs and my 2 tablespoons of bacon mayo, which is very okay. But I'll let you know how many of these I end up eating, and we'll go from there. I will also say that I have noticed all day a pretty intense metal mouth, like where you've got like a mouthful of pennies, which is typically a sign of being into a little bit higher level of ketosis, but I am out of the strips for my blood ketone meter, so I can't test it, but definitely just based on that and based on the amount of cleaning and laundry I've done today and energy I've had, I have no doubt that I'm into a nice level of ketosis, so that's fantastic too. But I'm gonna go ahead and eat this before my bacon gets completely ice cold. It's got a little bit of egg on there. Yep. I'm gonna have my last meal and then move on. Happy Thursday, day 4. I survived.